What is up, everyone? So today I have got the Sigelei 100 watt box. So this is the box, 100 watts, vape it, love it, superpower, Sigelei. It's got the website. Here it's got a little scannable on this side, made in China. Then we've got all of these things, whatever all this stuff means. This side, I guess it says made in China twice on both of the sides. On the bottom it says nothing. So when you open it up, and keep in mind I've already taken this out of the package and I've been vaping on it for a while so I could do this review. But you've got your instruction booklet which tells you everything that you need to know. You've got this warranty card. And you've got a little certificate saying that it was inspected and it works, I suppose. Now, it's funny because a lot of people had a problem with this, I guess, but this version comes with a pin adjustment diagram, literally in the package with the box. So to look at the box, you have to first look at this to know that the contact pin is reverse threaded. So yeah, just keep that in mind and you should be good. The only other thing you've got in here is, wow, okay, so I hadn't even looked at this yet. In the other reviews, they said it came with a couple screws and some contacts, or a contact, but it looks like I've got a screwdriver, I've got 4 screws, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if you can see them. I've got 5 extra contact pins. Wow, 5. That's really awesome on Sigelei's part. This is, I guess, technically the V2, but yeah, it came with 5 extra contacts. So, wow, that's pretty awesome. Okay, so let's look at the box itself. Pretty regular looking box. Says Sigelei on the back. I got my ribbon hanging out there. At the top, you've got your 510. You can see the little cross-threaded pin in there. At the bottom, you got your vent holes, as well as, well, you got these 2 screw holes. I'm sure y'all have watched other reviews on this. You've got magnets in here, which I'm about to show you, so I don't use them. Okay, so at the bottom, you have this little tab here that you can see. How you open this thing is you pull up on this tab, and bam, it just pops right open. Now, you can see here that there's magnets. This is a screw hole, this is a magnet, so the screws are basically where the magnets would be, but whenever you want to close this thing, I mean, the magnets do a pretty good job. You heard of clink on there. The magnets do a pretty darn good job of holding it closed. I haven't decided if I'm going to use the screws just for the fact that juice could get in that hole potentially, I guess, and get inside of the mod, which would be no bueno. So here are the internals. You can't really see any of the wiring or the chip or anything, which is pretty neat. They include this attached ribbon to get your batteries in and out easy. The contacts are copper and they are spring loaded. So it's pretty much designed for ease of getting your batteries out, which is pretty cool. The whole thing looks like it has total vintage everywhere. So that's pretty nice. That's about all I can say about this actual box, I guess. All the buttons are super clicky, super awesome, and it feels pretty good. So let me pop some batteries in this bad boy and show y'all how the screen works. I'm not going to explain how the ribbon works because I'm pretty sure everybody knows that. And the different thing about this as opposed to your full mechanical boxes, which I'll show you in here in a second, is that one of the batteries is going to go in positive negative, the other one negative positive. And I showed you that backwards, but you get the point. They're not going to go in the same direction, so be mindful of that. This does have reverse battery protection, but still, you can never be too careful. So now we got that popped on, and it should be off. What we're going to do is click it 5 times, and you see the Sigelei pop up. And then when we fire it up, it'll say check atomizer. Whoop, upside down. So you'll be able to see your watts, your volts, your battery percentage, and your ohms there. Let's screw on an Addy. Putting on the Geyser by Dark Ronin Mods. Screws on perfect. So now we should be able to see some information here. So we got, it says 75 watts, 0 volts. That's kind of weird. Let's see if it's going to tell me to check my atomizer. No, now it's firing. Okay, so now it says 4.1 volts, 0.2 ohms, 91% battery at 75 watts. So things do fluctuate and bounce around on here. Like the battery you see now is going from 91 to 92, 91 to 92. This actually isn't a 0.2 ohm coil. I think it's 0.18. So my best guess is the chip is rounding it up. So that number is off, and it kind of leads me to believe that none of these numbers are exactly accurate. So it's up to you whether or not you care about that. I don't exactly care because the performance of the box seems to be pretty on point, and I'll show you that right now. So that's at 75 watts. And that's pretty darn good. Pretty darn cloudy. So let's test the limitations of this real quick. I'll show you. That was 75 watts. Let's just take it down to... Let's take it down to 30 watts. DNA 30. This coil doesn't produce a lot at 30 watts, but that's a pretty powerful flavor at 30 watts though. So let's take it up to 50 watts. All right, 50 watts now. Awesome flavor, pretty decent clouds, kind of middle of the road. So now let's take it to 100 watts. Whoa, let me show you. Up. Let's see there. 100 watts. At 100 watts, the flavor is actually very surprising, and the cloudage is awesome. Now, this Addy doesn't have the best airflow, so I might do a follow-up on this with a more airy cloud chuck and Addy. This is like a, I don't know, it's not exactly a flavor Addy, it's kind of a middle-of-the-road flavor cloud, but I definitely have some Addies with some more airflow that I could show this really chucking some clouds on. But the Geyser happens to be my favorite RDA right now, so that's why I'm using it on here. But all in all, there are a couple things I don't like about this box. But they're kind of like just personal preference things. One thing that is really cool about it, let me show you real quick. This is a normal Hammond enclosure box made by SPQR Vapes that a lot of people have this type of box, and this is the Sigelei. If you look at them side by side, the Sigelei is quite a bit smaller. Let me put it in front. Yeah. So that's the Sigelei in front. It is quite a bit smaller. It's quite a bit lighter. I don't know. I don't know how well this is going to portray on camera, but I'm looking at it. The Sigelei is quite a bit smaller, especially when you put it side by side like that. My goodness. The difference in the way they fit in your hand. The Sigelei is just going to be a more compact device than a lot of the boxes that are going around right now. That being said, it doesn't really have the power of the Raptor chip, so it's going to be up to you. If I feel like if you want to go to 100 watts, you might as well spend a couple extra dollars and go up to 120 watts, because that's that's the direction you're heading in, anyways. But that being said, the Sigelei box is pretty nice. For what it is, it does seem a little bit light to me. I would like it to have a little bit of a heavier feel. The only other thing I would like to see is maybe these screws not be here. Other than that, I'm totally digging it. I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. Solid device. I'm sure the V2, V3, V4 of it will be super awesome. Or I guess the V3, 4, and 5. I'm sure it'll be great. I can't wait to see that. But this one, I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. I really like that they threw in those 5 extra contact pins. That's one of the reasons why I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. Solid mod. I won't really recommend that y'all go pick one of these up, but if you were thinking if you're wondering if it was good or not, I'd say that it is pretty good. For what it is, it does seem to be a 100-watt box. It seems to be performing to its potential. I'm quite enjoying it. So for what it is, 8 out of 10. Sigelei box mod. I'm about to review the Dark Knight. Please subscribe, tell your friends, share these videos, do what you got to do. Signing out. Peace out. See y'all on the next one.